Welcome back to the North American LCS and our final game of Super Week, Counter Logic Gaming versus Cloud9. This is the first time that CLG's Link actually faces off against C9 since he played on their team at All-Stars Paris.
Yeah, CLG said that Link was able to bring back some knowledge to share with the team from his time on Cloud9. And all of the teams in the league, CLG have the most respect for Cloud9. So they will definitely prepare a lot before this game, and they'll use this game as a true test of their strength as a team with their new top laner, Seraph. No doubt they will have also seen how successful Crumbs was in taking down Cloud9, and they'll probably look to put a lot of pressure on Dexter to have a similar effect to Crumbs, making some early plays.
Yeah, well, we'll see if that can happen, because right now Cloud9 is looking pretty vulnerable after that loss to Complexity. The only time they've actually ever lost 2 consecutive games.
Yeah, we have yet to see the Cloud9 that dominated North America for the last 2 splits. They're still adjusting to getting their mid lane shot caller high back, and it hasn't been smooth. We've seen them playing cautiously and showing some uncoordinated late game plays.
So yeah, Link was handed a huge challenge when he was approached by C9 to replace their mid lane shot caller at All-Stars Paris, but the opportunity proved to be a valuable experience for both sides as they played on the world stage.
For All-Stars, our team did a lot better than I thought. We weren't going into it with high expectations.
I was definitely sad that High wasn't there for All-Stars because he really wanted to go. We worked all season for it. We got to play against SKT, who's debatably the best team ever. High was really excited to play against them. And then last second, his lung collapsed and he couldn't go.
As far as being a spectator, I think that was the worst thing I've ever done. I don't ever really want to watch my team play without me again.
We chose Link since he is a very strong laner, and he does a lot of the shotgun for CLG as well.
It was definitely an honor for Cloud9 to choose me as their sub. It was a really fortunate experience because I was able to play basically versus all the top tier mids.
I think Link was a little uncomfortable coming into our team because he's just not used to it.
The way him and CLG play is very different than the way we play, and initially that was causing a lot of issues. We kind of just said, don't do your way, just do our way.
No matter how much you can try to make someone fit in, it just doesn't work unless you just start playing games with them. It was rough and uncomfortable, and it was hard because they were like, all right, Link, you're the shot caller. And I was like, where's Aphromoo? I need his help.
He had a lot of pressure on him to do well, and he actually performed really well.
Meanwhile, Link is having to go. Atmonis flashes in, don't win! He's gonna get the kill! Brilliant from Link!
He actually did really well in lane, even against FLICKR and everything like that. In our first scrim versus them, he actually first blooded just FLICKR, straight up.
I learned a lot for myself, and I'm sure that Cloud9 themselves all learned a lot too.
Link does have a different perspective from High, so we were able to learn some stuff playing with him. He also had a different champion pool, so we sort of got a taste of playing with champions that High doesn't necessarily play.
They're always aggressive, and they always look to get the most out of what you can whenever possible. For example, if somebody's going to do Dragon, then you might want to take top tower and the red buff. What Cloud9 does best is they always end with the upper hand.
We go in, we go 3-1 in group stage, and we did pretty well.
We didn't expect much coming to All-Stars with how our practice was going, but with Link, everything went even better than we thought.
Yeah, honestly, they did pretty well. Again, 3-1 group stage, a better score than many teams are giving them credit for, but it worked out. So going to see now how many lessons got brought over. Turning to the starting lineups, we've got CLG on the blue side, fully complete now. Seraph in the top lane, Dexter in the jungle, Link in mid, Doublelift and AD carry, and Aphromoo on support.
And on the red side, it's Cloud9. Up top is Balls. In the jungle, Meteos. Mid-high, AD carry Sneaky, and support, LemonNation.
So the team's getting ready to go for this one. Link's got the spying, the secret strat. This is my machinations.
Hey, they both took away stuff. Meteos said Cloud9 also learned some things from Link.
Yeah, if you learn all of Link's shot calling.
Both ways.
It's true. If they can shut Link up, right? I mean, well, right? Yeah, silence them and they lose half their shot calling. But right, he said that he relies on Aphromoo for half the help, right? And so if you know the kind of calls that Link makes, the kind of champion that Link plays, right, and how he's going to do on those, you can, pin him down and make sure he plays something he's not necessarily as good at. Something that C9 does very well. I think when they played TSM, they banned 3 junglers, forced Amazing on something.
And it turned out to be a really good strategy for them.
Yeah, and only game TSM lost.
Exactly.
Well, first few bans coming out. Seraph not going to get Jax.
Huh. Seraph, a lot of people have been talking about his limited champ pool and attacking it, starting with Shyvana, actually. So maybe they will actually prioritize an early Shyvana pick for him. It looks like just blanket bans here from Cloud9. Current extremely strong champions, just at the state of the game right now.
Here we go. 4 champs removed right now. Top support, top AD carry pick removed. LeBlanc also dropped away. The purple band theme still going strong. Kassadin also removed, so Shyvana is available. That's the first pick for CLG. But they're going to go Dexter's Elise with no jungle bans.
Well, Meteos definitely has shown a propensity to go back to that champion over and over again. Really starting that cooldown reduction tank build for her.
Yeah.
And pairing it with Morgana. Morgana already being banned out and then Elise being taken away. CLG really hit 2 of the main spots that Cloud9 have been using.
Yeah, but the thing is, earlier today, granted it was a loss to complexity, they went for Kha'Zix with Elise on the table. They haven't even gone for that all the time. And Cloud9 just they banned the tier 1 AD carry and picked the other one. They got Shyvana away from Seraph as well.
Well, look at the results from that early game.
That's fair.
They haven't exactly had the best games with Kha'Zix so far. So
Okay.
maybe it's all planned there from CLG. But I really like Cloud9 striking back here, taking away the Shyvana from Seraph. And we'll put it back onto that Irelia.
Give him Irelia for this one. Irelia is one of the 2 champions he's won with, the other being Shyvana. So we make this 2-0 on Irelia here. Thresh also being grabbed up with Morgana banned means that's a very good pick for Aphromoo. His Thresh is incredibly scary. Shin will be the Meteos jungle pick, though.
I'm expecting something, maybe another Sivir from Doublelift. Cloud9 have been able to take away the 2 top AD carry picks as far as North American LCS has been concerned. But Doublelift has gone straight back to that champion over and over. CLG love using the movement speed bonus to get wins like their win against EG, where they just simply push way faster than EG expect them to push. They go straight down the bottom lane and get all the way to the Nexus without even having to kill people.
Yeah, he would not even envision enemy champions just to get across the map. And CLG do pride themselves on strategic play, so that would be a good pick if that's the one grabbed here. You can spell shield Lucian Q's. It's hard, but I've seen Doublelift do it. No, hovers an insta-lock onto Vayne for the last game of the weekend.
You can double to the side of them.
Yeah,
Dodge them.
that's actually even harder, but you can, but seriously, it's really hard to do. And Orianna here for Link, so they are ready to protect Doublelift. Meanwhile, last pick, Zyra comes in for LemonNation, so that is a support he played all throughout Season 3. Brought it back here.
Zyra very, very popular nowadays, especially against the likes of Thresh. As I always say, using those minions to your advantage, because she can do so much damage even through the minion waves, whereas Thresh really has to land that hook. And everybody's gotten very adept at dodging the hook, and even if you don't dodge it, when Thresh is winding up for his hook to be thrown out, he stands in place so Zyra can land a full combo, and you can just burst down the Thresh in many cases.
It's going to be interesting to watch then how well do they fight, because it's not like early game Vayne does a whole bunch of damage to defend Thresh, so it's going to be really on how well can C9 get the trades out without getting shot back too much. Gotta say, that is a scary duel lane if you're CLG. Like, as strong as those 2 players are.
Makes you think about how the level 1's going to go with guessing where lane swaps are going to end up.
Yeah.
And it's going to put a lot of importance on those early trinket wards.
We'll see what they can do with this one. It's time to calculate your guys' votes over at home on LOLesports.com, where Cloud9 is leading CLG 58% to 42, the meaning of life. But be sure to continue voting over at LOL Esports. Use the hashtag CLGWin or C9Win to let us know who you think is going to win as the game progresses. I think the fan vote's close to it. It's a very close game. Both these teams incredibly skilled. Maybe not having exactly the starts they were expecting. I don't think CLG necessarily expected to lose to LMQ. They were favored to be a top 3 team coming into the split. Right now, they're hoping that it goes 3-1 to start.
Yeah. And it's funny because both these teams really pride themselves on very similar aspects of the game, even though they said they have very different styles of going about it. They really like to control the objectives and switch between objectives very quickly and gain advantages that way. Cloud9, like I said, they just look for trades and objectives, where they can get one up on you.
Yeah.
They'll get an outer turret for a dragon plus a red buff or plus some extra vision wards down. Whereas CLG look to outposition you. They switch back and forth. Feint going mid and actually send the real force down bottom or something like that.
It'll be fun to watch these two teams play around each other then. We'll see what happens. Cloud9, I mean, they're definitely looking at the possibility of going 1-3 to end the week, which no one expected. But could just be their reality. Mind you, the 1-3 with their only win being TSM, also very strange, but North American LCS full of all kinds of fun battles. Dexter will dodge away from Meteos. I like how he switched to human form so that a Spiderling wouldn't take the Q and give away even less vision. But the Trinket ward is down, so CLG will know some of the early machinations of Meteos, puts a Trinket himself, and that will help defend his red buff.
Peng's already going down on balls here too, so slight early advantage as far as information gained by CLG. See if they can actually make something happen with it. They've got a Thresh who could possibly start with Death Sentence.
It's interesting. CLG had this weird mixed call. They all grouped up as though they wanted to go for that late invade down Tri-Brush, but they all came back afterwards.
Yeah, not going to go for it. Just start their own red here. As they've seen balls up top, they're fairly confident that it is going to be regular lanes from Cloud9. Cloud9 not seeming like they're going to seek that 2 vs 2 matchup so hard that they want to switch Sneaky and Lemon up top. They'll take the slight advantage of having them bottom around the dragon area.
Looks like Doublelift will make his way to the top lane with this one. It's going to be CLG's read on this, and they'll walk right by a ward and be spotted out to know that is how it's going to happen. Seraph and Dexter are going to share experience. Blue buff does go to Dexter on the smite, and they go for the white camp.
Ball's actually heading to lane there, so maybe he'll be able to soak up a little bit of experience, but he's not going to get that double jungle experience.
This actually,
it is kind of dangerous for him, but right now, Thresh not being there, he got a couple minions worth of it.
this is exactly the right matchup for Doublelift here. 1v1ing a Shyvana. Shyvana does not 1v1 AD carries well early game. She has no way of getting to them.
And especially Vayne. Vayne is actually used as a solo top in some situations, especially against those melee champions like Nectin and Shyvana that are hard to deal with other bruisers. So, as you said, Doublelift extremely happy that he doesn't have to go into that 2 vs 2 situation. Meteos with the late invade on red. Second buff
Seraph is low, the glitter lance hits one more attack, and Meteos takes it on the invade.
So this is the second game where we've seen some very different and very, very impactful early game strategies. This time, Cloud9 wasting 0 time going straight at the second buff. If you become a little bit too predictable in the early game, then it becomes very easy for teams like this, who put so much emphasis on planning, to take advantage of you. Very good start there by Cloud9, using this early game advantage, taking out Seraph, who's already going to have a hard time.
And this makes it a 3-buff start for Cloud9 here. They've gotten their own red buff, they've stolen away CLG's, and now Meteos got his own blue. So first blood and a 3-buff start. A great start for C9. Ball's got to be careful, though. He got ignited. He's in the 1v2. Gets done on the wall. Big damage comes out. Aphromoo has to back up, though.
He dodged a death sentence, but he did get condemned on the wall. He's trying to soak up the experience. He has been killed under turret 2 vs 1 by Doublelift and Aphromoo already, though. It's happened before. He's got to be very cautious here, because Aphromoo is chugging health potions, and they might try for the same thing again. He's got to watch his positioning. Next to not only the wall, but also next to the turret. Can condemn him right into that as well.
Look at all the damage going in. CLG not really playing as much the denial game, but pushing this turret down rather rapidly. Doublelift had taken 2 turret shots already while trying to harass balls, though, so his health bar is not amazing. Doesn't want to check the potion, though, just regenning off the Doran's Blade.
Balls is soaking up quite a bit of experience, though. He's already got the level lead on Seraph, in addition to that kill that Meteos got on him.
Hook. Ooh, he jukes into it. Great play. Condemn. Big damage on balls. He's got to be careful. Doesn't need to flash, but loses a lot of health.
Yeah, huge harass from CLG duo lane there. Seraph, meanwhile, taking the easy route, going back to double golems to farm those, while Sneaky and Lemon are freezing the lane just out of reach of him. Same thing could happen. Lucian and Zyra can put out just as much harass if he can land a Grasping Roots.
Well, we're going to see what else can happen now. Counter Logic
Is
Gaming.
this pushing against CLG right now?
Yeah,
Very,
there's
very
more
close.
caster minions.
Very close, but because of the last CSing there by Doublelift, it will eventually shove towards balls.
Yeah, there's a good chance there. Those melee minions putting some pretty good damage down, so it will push back in. But Balls still has to play very, very safe. He's out of potions. He's got no teleport down either. He did ward to watch for a dive from Dexter. He warded just below that tree line under his turret. High is actually holding completely equal with Link despite getting the assist on First Blood. He hasn't recalled yet, and he's just holding completely the same minion score. Sneaky and LemonNation with his 2v0 actually getting some good damage in this turret. CLG and C9 are actually attacking the turrets pretty heavily. They're killing these turrets faster than most teams do.
So they could just soften it up and take it later. It looks like they actually wanted to finish it there, though. Probably after this cannon minion wave. Lemon even took a shot looking to try and finish it. Meanwhile, both junglers heading up top. So a 3v2 defense here. They could still go for a dive, but it's definitely very risky. Ball still has his flash up. 4 versus 2, actually. A lot less risky there.
The hook on Meteos, the cocoon, the burst damage. Aphromoo secures the kill, and this turret's going down.
Seraph makes his way up top as well. Sneaky movement from CLG. Great job by them, actually. Not only will they get this turret, they're going to give all of the local gold to Doublelift and get that Vayne as strong as possible early.
Well, 51 minions and an assist plus some turret gold. Definitely a good way to start as an AD carry. Doublelift still taking his time, denying as many of these minions as possible. He'll be ready to leave when it's time. But this caster minion and his basic attack will clear this one out. So this wave will now reset to neutral. Sneak going to do about the same thing as well. There we go, turret falls over, but this minion wave is actually more injured. This would push out of C9's base towards CLG.
So there's 2 options. He can just quickly clear that wave, or he can take out another couple of the minions and leave it as a sort of time bomb in the bottom lane. Let it push down there slowly and time their dragon aggression with it if they want. Looks like he is going to leave it a little bit slowly there. Red buff already taken away, though, by CLG.
Meteos gets hit up a little bit, but Dexter just repels on back. Looks like the buff will be secured very easily, and the timer as well. Ball's got to be careful. Will Aphromoo catch him? Hook goes out, just misses.
The mind games with jukes are pretty intense. Sometimes if you just run straight, it's the best option. And Balls has already gotten caught by trying to juke backwards from Afro's death sentence. So this time he just runs straight, and it does pay off for him.
C9 are smart. You talked about the fact that they're going to trade advantages. CLG went for the top side with a bunch of people. They saw that. Support included, so C9 does something at the bottom side of the map. They should be pretty easily grabbed. LemonNation, Meteos, Sneaky, all of them helping them take this out. Dragon's getting confused. It's going to be all right. Goes down.
It's the best way to fight the dragon. Is confuse it. Walking in and out of aggro range, it will spend extra time changing targets, less time dealing damage. Now CLG, they have spent a lot of resources up top. They haven't left, though. Yes, they got the red buff in exchange for Dragon, which is a little bit in Cloud9's favor, but they aren't done.
Stun nearly on top of High. Seraph at half HP, only level 4 on Irelia. Keep in mind, he is very, very low. Balls goes in, flashes away from the cocoon, forcing a flash away from Aphromoo just the same. And it's going to force CLG away as LemonNation tries to hold the mid lane. Meteos going to kick Link back into the team. Exhausted as well.
Oh,
Shockwave. He goes in, but he's not going to get LemonNation.
Into the exhaust. Can they stop these backs here? It's very dangerous for them to do so.
It's a 2v4 though. Seraph goes in for High. The knockup and Balls finds one. How will this fight keep going? Because Shyvana is not going to get stopped. A second kill picked up. The 2v4 Doublelift runs away.
Difference in top laner experience. Level 4 Irelia, Seraph to 6. Dragon Lady. Balls actually comes out with a kill there. High and Balls did so much work in the top.
He's got to be careful. Balls is in range, flash force, but Balls isn't done. He's got Whimsy on. Doublelift will miss all this golden experience. And the fact that Balls sat there in the 1v2 and gained XP, whereas Seraph was jungling the whole time. You saw it pay off right there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, that level 4 to level 6. All right, so Link flashes in with the exhaust already on him, so a lot less damage coming out of that shockwave. This is the dangerous check, but because Seraph only level 4, that Glitter Lance took off so much HP, it's easy for Balls to collapse here. And everybody on CLG kind of has to scramble at this point. Even though they have 4 members, so much more concentrated experience been fed to those two members of Cloud9 that they can actually come out ahead.
I like the fact that they juked the Cocoon and the Death Sentence hooks from the Fog of War. One hit minions, one got dodged away from. So that was impressive to even start it out. That would have probably been free kills with the CC. Their elimination now getting caught out. He's going to be okay.
Also note how each team leaves the area that they were just pressuring. CLG was pressuring top. They don't have any top wards left behind in Cloud9 territory. When Cloud9 are pressuring bottom, they leave behind 4 wards in CLG territory. Yeah, so not only do they trade objectives, but they always leave behind vision so that they can make consecutive plays with the answers from CLG.
Well, they will know all about Dexter because he's entering jungle right now. Same as Seraph, actually. So C9 know that there's 2 guys down in the bot jungle. Doublelift steps on a plant, and off you go.
I believe that was a seed.
True. Baby plant. Do seeds count as plants? They don't, do they? No. No, says the audience. Good call. You're right. I don't know why I asked. Seraph,
we're going to have Balls freezing the top lane, though,
well,
up there by himself. It's a good call because he has teleport. Dragon's not up either, so there's not a whole lot that CLG can drop out.
Sneaky goes for the ward, gets caught out with a Cocoon.
Half his life in one combo from Elise.
Yeah. That's a scary, scary spider.
Spell penetration boots right there kicking in.
Well, Meteos is going to go try to defend him, though. They know it's going to be maybe a 2v2, but Doublelift shows up in the bottom lane. So CLG making a power play down here with the numbers. LemonNation gets recruited to the cause to defend Link. And High fight a 1v1. Link's almost out of mana, but Aphromoo shows up. This is not good for High. Pops the ulti, the hook. He's not going to run into it. Nice juke right there. Gets away, but loses the ward.
Link, once again, calling for Aphromoo. Where is he?
Yeah.
Right behind you. They do scare off High, and they actually defend their pink ward, so it was a pretty big win for them.
Yeah. What's up with Afro having synergy with everyone, by the way? It's like it's always him.
He's a universal donor. I don't know.
Oh, negative?
Yeah.
All right. Blood type confirmed. You heard it here on the stream. Doublelift takes some more poke there from LemonNation. First time we're actually seeing these guys fight, I think, at all on the Rift. And it's to the 2-on-2 lanes. 12.5 minutes in.
Oh, they want this cannon minion. What you want? Can they line up some harass with it? Nah, Doublelift just gets it.
They have no wards. They don't know if Dexter's there.
Yeah, the reason is Lemon is actually going to try and get vision for them. They don't want to go for those in-lane trades very aggressively at the moment. Oh! See, Afro is actually taking the mind games to the next level, too. Everyone keeps running straight now and not dodging his skill shots. Yeah. So he's aiming them straight, just out of range, though, Sneaky.
All right, so it's interesting, actually, to note what the teams are up to as well. So yeah, Sneaky playing well individually, but CLG took that last red buff, the one up at the very top of the map that just respawned now at about 13 minutes, and Meteos got that without context. After that last fight, CLG has stopped trying to take control of the map, almost entirely.
Well, by not leaving behind enough wards, they didn't carry enough wards with them when they went in there the first time. So now look at the map for from CLG's perspective. It's all dark up there, so it's so hard for them to gain information to create any of these plays. They have to play more defensively now. And especially since Balls was freezing that top lane and now he's slowly pushing it, he has such a big advantage over Seraph. They almost have no presence in the top lane either. So Cloud9 just have pretty much complete control. Meteos gets, flashes out of it.
Good flash to Smite, goes to Dexter though, and now CLG on the retreat. Everyone does get away. The box keeps him safe as well. Uses the little lizard baby to shoot a glitter lance, but doesn't get anything for it. Link on the retreat, he's safe.
Well, they gained the teleport cooldown for it. Link has no more shockwave though, gotta be careful.
He does have to be a little bit careful there. As it comes the jump on in, actually, High taking a bit of damage. LemonNation forced away with flash and a summoner heal on top of that one. I think it's big damage coming through. High's gonna stay safe. Link gets away with the lantern. Trading cooldowns, but no one dies.
That little skirmish going in CLG's favor was pretty big, but even though they had the advantage, they chased Cloud9 out of their territory, they still can't protect the dragon. And Balls roaming down basically secures Cloud9 another objective because they focus so much getting Balls ahead and getting experience onto Shyvana. Whoa!
Another juke from Balls.
It's really paying off for them. Seraph this whole time has been holding onto his teleport because even if he does teleport in, he's 2 levels down. And he's just not in a place where he can really affect that team fight.
They're only 65 minions right now, 0, 2, and 1. Unfortunate start for the CLG top laner, but
he's working on getting it back, though.
yeah.
Shoving that wave back during this whole time where Balls went to bail out the rest of his team.
That's true.
It's helping catch him up.
We'll see if he can catch up in time, though. It's going to be Vamp Scepter, Sunfire Cape, Boots, and some consumables picked up now for Balls, compared to Phage and 1,000 gold, so not even a second-tier item available yet for Seraph. And the problem is, how much will CLG lose while they wait for the farm? Because C9 took a dragon, and they went for the attempt on the red buff. C9's not letting up.
CLG trying to fight back, though. Everybody's picking up pink wards and even a vision ward here now. So they want to be able to turn this around in the near future. But Doublelift, actually, it looks like he is going with that Bloodthirster build on Vayne 2. Back to his old style where he maxes Q instead of Silver Bolts first. So he's probably not looking to split push against Balls. And he's going to leave that duty to Seraph.
All right, now though, Seraph is going to have to split out of this one. Uh-oh. Teleport goes in. He's going to be safe.
Yeah.
Balls even turns
Ulti
around.
already used. Good teleport out. However, that is going to be a mismatched cooldown. One advantage back towards Cloud9. Meteos looking to make something happen towards mid. Oof. Aphro's there once again.
Keeping his team nice and safe. But it's still getting difficult here for the CLG lineup. They've not really been able to go anywhere around the map without boarding some kind of summoner or having Aphro bail them out of the fights. You got Doublelift split pushing the bottom lane, though. He's going to keep getting big. 143 minions on Vayne. These are pretty respectable marks, but I want to see when the CLG lineup comes online, because after the first few levels of moves, has not looked good for these guys.
Yeah, it was the early invade by Cloud9, going red buff to red buff, using the timing window there to actually take away Dexter's early game potential, which we said was going to be a pretty big deal because that's how Ring Toss really got a big lead against them. Not only was it that, though, but it was the very risky play of Balls farming, or just not even farming, staying in experience range of the top lane minion wave, 1 versus 2 with Aphromoo and Doublelift, and avoiding death. That experience bonus has really just leveraged him into a very strong mid game on Shyvana.
And he's looking awesome now with the tank build, keeping himself in a good spot. Seraph has added the Shin to help him out a little bit more, but you're seeing now Balls underneath the turret, or I mean right in front of it I should say, but enough wards to watch for any gank attempts by CLG, so he's safe right now. Doublelift still left alone in his bottom lane, and the Lucian of Sneaky might be making a move up from the bottom lane soon to help his team push, but he goes back down.
And we already saw Sneaky giving just as good as he gets against Doublelift right now. Vayne, without the Blade of the Ruined King, not quite the duelist that we come to expect from her at this point. So Sneaky feels pretty comfortable down there, considering he has plenty of vision.
Balls attempts the cheeky play to aggro the white, but doesn't actually hit Dexter here. Nice sweep, but Dexter will kill off one of the wards. He still does not see the pink ward, though. There is some vision around. Seraph's going to keep last hitting under turret to keep as alive as possible. He's down about 30 right here. Mid lane under fire, though. C9 get that down to about a quarter. And they're slowly churning through the CLG base. Also having a blue buff steal. Ball's got to be a bit careful in a 1v2. The spike steal, he's trying. It does get picked up by Meteos, but Balls has got to be careful. LemonNation brings just enough support to keep him alive, but CLG aren't going to back down. Will they keep going for something? The ward hop. Uh-oh, LemonNation gets caught out. Shockwave, and Link picks up the kill.
There's the low, though.
Dangerously low. The flash, the kick won't be there. The summon heal keeps him alive. Meteos gets a knock-up in from Lulu. Kicks over the wall. He's going to find Balls there. Aphro gets the hook in on Elise. Cocoon lands as well. A second kill for CLG. Nice fight.
Aphromoo.
Oh!
Eyes on it. He wants more.
Can he find Aphro? There comes Balls into the mix. Can they get Dexter? They're going to get the support kill. Dexter off of the wings. Doublelift has joined the fight now. This is going to be important. He chases onto high, who dives into the aggro range, and there he goes. He gets that one back. Sneaky. Can he find more out of this one? Only Doublelift and Link are alive.
Oh, Doublelift wants to outplay him. Let's see it. It's 1 versus 1 right now. Hot.
Wow.
Link's actually backed off.
Sneaky, way more damage than that one, but he's out of mana.
He's got blue buff, though. It's recharging fairly quickly.
Wow, hectic battle there. Making it 5-7 in kills.
Let's start. Oh, okay, this is already halfway through, but Balls is zoning for the blue buff steal here from Meteos, and Lemon comes in, but he misses the snare, so a lot of harass gets down. This is where Aphromoo hooks in Lemon, full range, getting CLG back in the game single-handedly, immediately followed up by Link, and they obliterate him. Meteos gets kind of baited in there by the low health Seraph, who gets off a stun because of the way Irelia works. The heal also being used, and some nifty flashes. This wall has been jumped about 4 times already.
Meteos.
Great interrupt.
Damage down. One more hit to go. Can they get it? Yes, they do. Shockwave on a high, and here comes the teleport in. Link is going to die, though. Seraph forced to cancel the TP. That would have been suicide, but 2 for 0, Cloud9.
And that means Dragon for them. They've taken out the mid lane. Now it would be 4 versus 3. Ball still has his teleport. If CLG get baited into the Dragon pit area, it would be disastrous. The rest of them would go down. Balls can get a teleport on the outside and close in behind them. He has actually also completed his Cutlass now, so he has a slow as well if he can get on the other side of CLG.
So Cloud9 now, I think that makes it 3-0 on Dragons this game. They've controlled that buff so incredibly well, and they're going to keep this push going. The respawns have come in for CLG, but the numbers, they just seem too strong. Doubles on the bottom side of the map. He is not here to defend. The hook comes out. Only it's a caster minion. Cloud9 stay for this when the turret does go down. Can they find the catch? They don't go for it.
Cloud9 looking like them old selves again. The early jungle pressure, the sustained vision inside CLG's jungle, the super strong top laner who gets the advantage. These are all the things that we know and love about the old Cloud9.
Dexter was just out of range of repel there. He might have been able to help secure the kill as Pulse does not have flash. But Dragon's Son even still was burned. Get him away from that one. However, damage from the turret. C9 now up 5-2 in those. They are definitely winning the objective game with an 8,000 gold lead.
They have been for the past 10 minutes or so. And you can tell Doublelift wants to make something happen. This is what people know and love about CLG, though.
There we go. Doublelift's trying for it. He does land the stun, puts the ward down, and gets the kill. Excellently done there by Doublelift.
Classic CLG matching up against classic Cloud9. Doublelift goes for the solo kill and gets it.
Excellent job. Whee!
Let's take another good look at this. Starts out with the invisibility, getting positioning. He doesn't condemn on the first wall, but he does get the nub of this little tri-bush wall. So, not sure if he actually wanted to condemn on the first wall, but it worked out really well for him because Sneaky positioned himself right next to another one.
There we go, the chase. Again, Link taking his 17th lantern of the game. Actual number. After keeping his teammates safe, but I wonder how many times CLG, would have died without Thresh, or would have just not been in that situation if he wasn't around.
Yeah, Aphromoo has done a lot to get the team back in to position here too. Several hooks waiting for him. However, Lemon is definitely going to out-damage him in team fights. Thresh brings much more utility with the saves as well as the offensive potential. But man, Lemon is going to pack a punch here. Spell penetration plus Morel and Omicron completed for him. That's going to be a lot of extra magic damage in the team fight.
Wow, instincts by high. He little lances the wall. CLG don't quite get the catch they wanted.
And that magic damage is perfect for these jungle pathways. Lemon just wants to line them up.
Let's see what else we got here. 24 minutes in, C9 have been generally holding all the cards. Some pretty good individual plays by CLG, but nothing they've really been able to capitalize off of. Not dragons, not really many turrets. The fights are kept close, but it seems like C9 never let CLG get anything back.
They're trying to farm Seraph back up right now, give him the bottom lane farm, but Cloud9 see that he's not there,
the flash
and they go
kick
for the
in.
initiate.
After taking a whole bunch of damage, but the shockwave goes in. LemonNation answers one back before he dies. Doublelift CC, depth of flash, he stays alive actually. 1 for 1, but Summoner's burn. Seraph gets CC'd. I'm not sure why he's there right now. He teleported in to die, basically. It is a 1 for 1, though, as Meteos does fall over. Now Dexter getting chased down inside the base. High, one more auto attack, gets repelled. High stays in turret range. Oh, he dodges it, but still picks it up. The Summoner heal from Sneaky helping out. However, another one comes in for Link, actually, who took down Balls.
Ridiculous fight on the other side there.
It's a 3 for 3.
CLG actually come up with an even trade. All right, so this is the beginning of it. Cloud9 sees Seraph not there. Meteos actually waits this time for the second activation of Q before the play of Aphromoo. so he doesn't get interrupted. But Lemon does get sucked in, casts every single spell, does get the knockup as well as the kill. No knockup. But man, that shield onto Doublelift. Well, I guess he wasn't really burning from anything. This is where Seraph came in a little bit late. Meteos and him end up trading. How in the world can you kill this full health balls, though?
Well, it happened before against Complexity.
Blade active and Doublelift came.
Okay. Slightly stronger than a turret in that case.
The Dragon Killer came, that's how.
Yep. That's the right skin, yeah.
Slayer, excuse me.
Yes. Close. No space either, by the way. Dragon Slayer, one word. It's canon now. Doublelift going to keep himself safe. So Seraph, once again, trying to get his gold back up. Only 146 minions, though. CLG been trying to give him the room to farm. He's just not been able to catch up to the likes of Link and Doublelift here. With Triforce done and starting on Randuin's, he will be in better shape than he was before.
He's going for full combat effectiveness. No boots. Now he's trying to stack health after his Trinity Force. He really just wants to be able to be a tank for this team in the fights because Dexter by himself is not able to soak up enough damage. It's just Elise, and he's coming from the jungle. So very difficult for CLG. They don't have a lot of health to work around. They really need to rely on a well-placed Shockwave. You have to rely on crowd control if you don't have the tank stats for your team fight.
Well, the one thing CLG is doing, though, is they're adding a lot of shields. And they've got Orianna and Thresh, plus Face of the Mountain on Thresh, and I believe that's Locket coming in for Dexter here. So maybe they can put on just enough temporary tank stats to withstand some of the damage output here. Maybe it's going to be enough. We'll see if it is. Doublelift also 3-0-4, having the highest KDA on his team. He's going to make enough happen on this one. Here we go, Dragon attempt.
Go for a steal or just poking around the outside here. Shockwave placement around Dragon is strong as well, but you can see that Cloud9 never group up with more than 2 people.
Balls in the front line. Seraph taking a bit of damage there as well. Box comes down, but Seraph's getting chased by a dragon. Big damage comes out. High claims the first kill. Doublelift now forced to run good. 3-man Shockwave. Don't keep playing with it. Zyra. Now Link forced to run Summon Heal, keeping him a bit safer. Big shields come out 1 for 1, but Dragon picked up.
Link able to salvage something for the team there. Taking out Zyra is actually extremely important, even though it is just the support. As we said, a huge source of damage as well for the C9 team, and he did not get to use his ulti.
Well, CLG was honestly still chasing that whole time with Dissonance. They've actually got a bit of a lead here in this one. The Lantern comes across as well. CLG, okay, they're going to go for ward kills, but Dexter can push his turret down. No one's here really to defend.
So they get global gold after winning their team fight. They also still have pressure in the bottom lane here. Large minion wave. Getting another blue buff to Link to reward him for that last fight. They definitely want it on him because they need him to get his Void Staff completed as quickly as possible as well. So I already got 2 of the 3 Holy Trinity items for AP carries. There he goes, does get the completion.
Yep. So yeah, both these mid laners are pretty well stacked up. A giant minion lead, by the way, for Link. He's up 80 minions over high right here, but uh-oh, this battle. Dexter, you know, minion kills don't matter if you're going to get killed. Does pick up the Lantern, though. He keeps himself safe, but over and over and over again, Aphromoo forced to bail out his team.
It's about time for Cloud9 Baron shenanigans. They have control of the area. They just haven't been able to sweep out enough vision. Seraph gets pincered.
Does take the Lantern one more time, though. Keeps himself safe. He's going to be able to recall safely. Link waiting around to the wings. Blue buff. Will this one go over to high right here? Little Lance comes out. They do trade blue buffs to the teams. And now some wards coming out for CLG. Can they keep Baron under control? Looks like C9 ready to kill as many of these as possible. Sneaky's got to be a bit careful. Flash Flay is an opportunity for Aphromoo. There is a flash for Sneaky. He should be all right for this one. But C9 looking to pinch CLG down. Wow, high. Half his health is gone from that one. He's got to be careful. Dodge the flash hook.
Still looking for the engage here. Seraph is not with the team. He does have his teleport, though. Delayed arrival possible. CLG trying to hold Cloud9 here. Cloud9 are not gaining any ground, not killing any minions, so they're going to try and get a mid lane advantage. Seraph right behind the team, though, right next to Sneaky.
Goes in on Sneaky. This is going to be a bit of a risk. The C9 AD carry does kite away successfully, but Cloud9 now stuck on the wrong side of the map. These teams have traded positions. CLG may be caught out as High goes in for a fight. Doublelift life stealing what he can. Now both these teams can look to lifesteal off minions maybe a little bit.
Seraph at half, though.
And C9's going further and further in towards CLG's base. There's no minions left to push in with, though. They can't go backwards anymore. They've got to go straight down. Hook dodged away, but now Sin is caught out alone. They will not chase. In comes the engage. High gets caught. He flashed away, stays alive. LemonNation, though, in the wrong spot. He's going to go down 1-0 CLG's favor. They trade back onto Link, mid laner for support. Not good for CLG, but CLG get back towards their own base and they can defend.
Pretty good scramble there, honestly, for Cloud9. They're able to recollapse and take down Link, who's been the biggest problem for them.
More harass comes down, and Cloud9 actually get the inhibitor turret as well. CLG haven't gone back to the base to actually heal up just yet, so they're not going to be able to defend easily. That does mean the inhibitor death. And C9 now, can they chase Cloud9 out? Seraph will not find a stun. Meteos goes in, can't quite find the kill. The flash from Sneaky does though. Doublelift goes in, he can't find High either. Double kill for Sneaky.
Those temporary defensive stats you're talking about, not there because Link is dead. He can't give the extra resistances to Seraph. And Seraph doesn't have any armor built, so Sneaky rips through him.
He absolutely does, and not being able to auto-attack, can't regen life either. And C9 now look for Baron with 2 members dead. They've barely got health bars here on their tank line, but they're going to try for it anyway. High still coming across the map. Does CLG check this in time? No.
Doesn't look like it.
Not
Plenty
even
of
trying.
wards for Cloud9 as well. Laid them down on the exit. Take a look at the inhibitor turret kill as CLG back away. This is the re-engage from Seraph. Ill-advised. Rest of the team is at 1/3 HP. And the
no one is
turnaround
done.
here. Everybody turns around damage. CLG just, his teammates don't have the health bars to back up any aggression.
Yeah.
He's the only one leading that charge, and everyone else was, rightfully so, too scared of any retaliation from Cloud9.
Well, Doublelift went in for High, though, and the clutch self-shield by High kept him alive after the Silverbolt proc. So both of them going a little bit too hyphy, unfortunately, for them. And those deaths are what actually gave up Baron. The inhib was gone, and that slight overextension gave away a big global objective. Cloud9 now up 13,000 gold, 32.5 minutes in.
Domino effect definitely working against CLG here. And I have to say, this is becoming a bigger and bigger factor for Cloud9. LemonNation Zyra, heavy damage build. He's a huge threat to the team, and they actually have been taking him out extremely early, focusing him. But taking him down leaves up everybody on Cloud9. And again, it is the support position. Meanwhile, Aphro fully utility based on Thresh. High does get caught out though. He's pincered between everyone on CLG.
Uh-oh, this is not where you want to be.
Escape.
Kill picked up. Cloud9, are they actually going to go in for this
4
one?
versus 5? CLG didn't even use anything on that.
Balls get stunned. This could be a bad play, or it could be somehow a miracle. Stun up on the balls. Big damage comes in. Beautiful play by Aphro. They flash away, but big damage from LemonNation means 1. Can they find more? Aphro is low. The chase on it. Doublelift. The flash, the kick. They find a 2-for-1 so far. Meteos. His Q's gonna be back up. Will it get dodged? Aphro goes for the stun. He gets picked up. 3 kills to Cloud9 after High goes down. Meteos stunned up by Dexter.
And Balls and Lemon are stopping Link's back right now. But it's gonna cost them their lives.
It just might. The flash by Lemon fails, and Balls is still gonna stop Juki, trying to bait the attention because the Nexus turrets are dying. It's only Link and Dexter against the rest of the living members of C9, and they go in for the Nexus, then for Dexter. Dexter will fall. Now it's only Link, Seraph in 6, but the Nexus, it will go down, and Cloud9 salvage the week. 2-2 now on both these teams.
Cloud9 back in form. Early jungle invade. Focusing extra experience towards the top laners to give Balls an advantage. They leverage that advantage plus their extra vision inside the jungle to a strong mid game.
And their team fights specifically over and over seem to go really well. CLG found a few advantages, but Cloud9 owned every single dragon. They won the fights that mattered, and they took every measured objective. I never saw them get out-traded. I always saw them take exactly what they could. As much as they could, but never too much.
Yeah, as you said, after they took the inhibitor, little extra aggression from Seraph and they'll take it. You know, 2 more kills, Doublelift gets baited in as well, so they'll go and up their inhibitor take into a Baron.
Yeah.
And then that is pretty much the story for that game.
And how many times this week have we seen, CLG specifically actually, a team dive into them 4v5 or 3v5 knowing they've got the lead. LMQ going and stopping 3v5 at Baron. C9 right here, High died first in the fight and they were like, don't care, 4v5.
Yeah, they've got a backup AP carry here. LemonNation over the wall, lands a snare plus the ulti combo, turns it right back around.
It's interesting too, he went full damage. Actually stopped at tier 1 GP10, just the spell Thief Edge, but Sword Shoes, the Borrelonomicon coming out, then rushing Leandri's Torment, high damage support, a lot of fun to watch. The build that go ahead and carry some solo queue games with, why the heck not? It's always fun to play Zyra. And down the line, I mean, Sneaky also, 6-1-6, a great performance by him.
As usual.
Yeah, he's been largely very, very good. And so Cloud9, this is also the best I've seen them this week. Their TSM game was measured and smart, but it was slow. This time they seemed like they picked every advantage properly, and it was the higher aggression style, right? 34 minutes is a reasonable game time against a top team like CLG.
Cloud9, we said they take losses very hard.
Yeah.
They had previously never lost 2 in a row. After taking those 2, especially coming against CLG, a team that they would normally prep a lot for, expected something strong coming out, and they did not disappoint.
So C9 playing very awesome in this game. We're going to see what else they can do in the next few weeks. We're going to head down to the stage where Jad is standing with a member of Cloud9.
Thank you very much, guys. And I'm standing with Meteos, who just had a pretty good Lee Sin game against CLG. How did you feel coming into that game, having to recover from the loss earlier today?
Before the match, we were sort of just going into this expecting to lose because none of us think we're very good right now, and we're not. So we have a lot to work on, and the loss to complexity made us kind of sad, but I don't know. We did our best. We didn't really go into it with any expectations, and it worked out.
Yeah, and you say you were expecting to lose that game because you're not very good right now. A lot to improve on. What specifically are you going to be improving on before week 2?
I think a lot of it is just the fact that we didn't play with High for a while, so we're sort of getting reused to that. I don't know, we're just not as good as we used to be. We're like losing a lot of fights that we would normally feel like we should win, and it basically just comes from we need to play more and practice a lot more. So I think missing a lot of practice sort of hurt us, but as the weeks go on, we're going to really buckle down, try our hardest, and hopefully get better.
I mean, how much of the learnings will you be able to reapply once you get back to your practice from All-Stars, for instance, because obviously you're a little bit out of practice, but that must have been a positive experience for you guys.
All-Stars was definitely a positive experience. We scrimmed SKT a ton, and I think we learned a lot from playing them, but we're just sort of trying to work out our own stuff right now. So it was helpful to go over there, but I think missing practice with High hurt more than we gained from All-Stars, so it'll take a bit.
It's a balancing act, and there's a lot of strength in North America with all the roster changes. What was kind of your biggest surprise takeaway from the other teams in the Super Week? Final question.
I don't know if I was surprised with Super Week. I sort of expected every team to be really good this split, and it's pretty exciting for me seeing that all these other teams are getting so good because it just means there's a lot more competition in NA. Maybe we'll have a better showing at Worlds this year. It's like when we're not the top team, it's a lot easier to learn. When you're at number 1, it's really hard to keep getting ahead. It's easier for the other teams to catch up. So I sort of like not being number 1 because it's more motivation for us to get better, and it shows that we have a lot to improve on.
All right, thank you very much, Meteos. And at 2-2, you guys can be chasing the top seed, at least for a little while. Let's send it back to the guys on the desk to close out the day.
Thank you very much, Jat. So, speaking of being top seed and whatnot, let's see how the standings are shaping up after our first week of the summer split in 2014. In first place, LMQ, who had a perfect 4-0 start to their NA LCS career.
And sharing second is Dignitas and Team Solo Mid, followed by Cloud9 and CLG sharing fourth.
And in sixth place, Complexity and Curse with 1 win and 3 losses. Now, unfortunately, in last, Evil Geniuses 0-4. Now, we had a ton of impressive gameplay in the books this week. Let's break down the individual players who made waves in their positions. We'll start in the top lane with LMQ's Ackerman.
He had a great debut in the LCS, winning the Shyvana versus Jax matchup and going 4-0 on that champion. He really showed himself to be a rock for LMQ, and he proved why he went to the 2013 finals, World Finals.
Yeah,
by the way.
He did freaking awesome. Next up, though, Crumbs, whose jungle pressure and shot calling have transformed their new roster into a cohesive and dangerous Dignitas team.
master of the mid lane this week was Xiao. His farm-heavy style has made him a mid to late game monster.
Also from LMQ is their AD carry Vasily. He got 28 kills this week, the most in the league, and turned in great performances on Twitch and Lucian.
Finally, it's Glebe, who is looking more and more comfortable with his new team. He made some great saves in their game against EG, continuing pulling his teammates out of fire with his Thresh lanterns.
But at the end of the day, one player stood out above the others and is our Week 1 MVP. That man is Xiao.
He is the pillar of LMQ and always wins his lane. His diverse mid lane picks and raw mechanical skill has helped his team to secure a 4-0 start, and they are sitting comfortably in first place.
So great stuff by him. Absolutely phenomenal player, standout mid laner. But now be sure to tune in next week when we return with another week of games to dazzle and delight, because honestly, the North American LCS is already looking amazing.
If there's anything we do, it's dazzle and delight, Freak.
Oh man, Daerek in every game, just in spirit.
It does get underway, starting out with Cologne on Thursday. It's going to be Fnatic versus Gambit. Then continuing, it's going to be the Copenhagen Wolves facing off against the Super Hot Crew.
And then on Saturday, the North American LCS returns, starting off Counter Logic Gaming versus Team Solo Mid. That's followed by Complexity storming the Rift to battle Evil Geniuses. The NA LCS action begins Saturday at 9 p.m. Central European Summertime, 12 p.m. Pacific. Now, we're excited to announce the European LCS Roadshow. We'll be making a stop at the SSE Arena Wembley on June 21st and 22nd.
Don't miss your chance to see the best of League of Legends teams in Europe battling it out in one of the UK's most legendary sporting and entertainment venues. The SSE Arena Wembley has hosted events from 2 different Olympic Games, as well as countless other professional sporting events.
It's going to be fun. So tickets are available Tuesday, May 27th, 5 p.m. GMT, 10 a.m. Pacific time, so be sure to lock down your spot. The road to London starts here. Now for myself, Kobe, Riv, Jat, and the rest of the live broadcast team, thanks for watching, and always remember to check you're running with the right runes and masteries. A little PSA from us.
Haha.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Get it. Showstopper. Going for Void Boy. They're still picking back. He gets taken out immediately. Moore's going to be the bait. The one in the middle. The Zanyas gets hit with a Tibbers. They get the lantern out. The flame before the hook. The Cocoon misses too, but they get Meteos. The double bust could go over to Robert X. Lee. That is huge for an 80 carry. A second kill to come in. Absolutely for Robert X. Lee. A third kill to come in. LemonNation's going to pick up a retribution kill there, but the kill is there. And Robert X. Lee is 3-0 with double bust.
TSM. That's a weird way of saying AG.
Doing a great job, I'd say, since I was playing Darius in that matchup, just to stay even at this point.
Gotta watch Pobelter. Amazing on the other side. Gets himself very nicely away. That is gonna be a dead Pobelt. Wow.
All my troubles seem so far away, but now I need something to stay.
Dominate's smite was down for that, so it wasn't like he was.
Oh, man. Attempted steal. Blue team picks up Baron Nashor. Quas takes the aggro. He's going to be all right. Zion Spartan low. Crumbs also in a bad spot. Javelin hits Dominate. Nothing going to be found, though.
Oh, they're all
2-0
alive.
for Curse. He will not chase. In comes the engage. High gets caught. He flashes away. Stays alive. LemonNation though in the wrong spot. He's going to go down 1-0 CLG's favor. They trade back onto Link. Mid laner for support. Not good for CLG.
On balls.